Well, welcome back, man. That's on rock.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I don't think I want the blues around me anymore now. I think you've sworn
Chased
me off
away,
from that.
yeah.
Well, you touched base on at the very end of the last interview about your day job. Now you have a really, you've done so much traveling in your life, and as far as professionally and personally and musically, and so you were in 10 years in a metal band, then all of a sudden you decided that you wanted to be a how do I put it here? An academic or a...
really what happened was, so I had met all these different people, right? And we were sort of talking about, and it blew my mind growing up in New York because like these people that I was meeting across the country sounded completely different than I did. They looked different, dressed differently. But once I got to know them, I was like, wow, that dude loves his mother as much as I do, And so I started looking at just people, like behaviors, what makes us different, what makes us the same. And so I decided that, I really wanted to go and go back to school and learn about behavior, learn about the brain, what makes us tick. And that's what sort of led me back to academia. And then when I discovered neuroscience, which is the study of the brain and behavior, it made sense to me. I was hooked. I was hooked.
That's an unusual story. If you think about it, I don't know that many musicians that would make that transition, and obviously it suited you very well. And
it was like we were talking before. It's like as a musician in your mind, you can think about chords you're going to put together, and you know what they're going to sound like, and you can sort of chain this melody together. And so that same logic to me makes sense because if I think about the brain, like the amygdala is connected to the hippocampus, and it makes sense to me, right? So when you think about like a dopamine system or a serotonin system, it just clicked. It's something about those two and their sort of interaction. It made sense.
Was it all the time on Bourbon Street, maybe?
Yeah.
I've been on that street, Hippopotamus Street. Or whatever.
Right. Yeah, maybe at some level it was Rooster. There you go. Rooster led me to neuroscience.
Well, what I find is so interesting is that you study depression and stress, and you also play blues, and a lot of blues comes out of depression and stress. Yeah. So there's definitely, it definitely makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So you're going to play a few more songs for us, and what's the next song we're going to hear?
Next one is called Maybe.
Maybe, and you want to tell me a little bit about that? Maybe.
Yeah, it's maybe. Yes, I will. When I was in graduate school, I played guitar for this roots rock band, this guy, John Chowsky, who was just a phenomenal songwriter. And so this song is sort of based on one of those old songs, except I sort of updated, like I've been looking at my life lately, and sort of like, at midlife, what does life look like, And so the song is really about like the midlife crisis and sort of talking to somebody who's in a midlife crisis. So it was kind of heavy for me personally, just because of life experiences and such. But it was cool as sort of the vulnerability. Like I saw when Mark Mann was on the show, he played this song about his daughter, and I thought it was just such a great way for him to just open himself up, And I'm like, yeah, like when Raven was on, she did something like that. So I'm like, you know what? I think I want to share something like that.
Well, that's what I love so much about the Porch sessions, and this intimate sort of idea that you can really, as an artist, I know you have something you want to say, and it's really great that you can get that idea out, and there's this connectivity between all of us that music kind of transcends and creates those bonds between us, in different languages and different emotions, different feelings, different experiences, but we can all kind of certain things that we all agree on. So.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Maybe. Anyway, again, just give us a couple seconds to get Dr. E set up, and we'll be right back.
All right. Maybe. You got that faraway look in your eyes. You're thinking about something and it's got you hypnotized. When you get yourself back to planet Earth, here's a little tip, my friend, for what it's worth. Oh, maybe you can change the world. Maybe you can change your mind. Maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe just a state of mind. give up on your family life. You're thinking about running, thinking about tonight. Tomorrow morning, baby, they're gonna look for you. What's your little baby boy gonna do? Oh, maybe you can change the world. Maybe you can change your mind. Oh, maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe you can change your mind. Morning's coming fast. Gonna hit you like a shotgun blast. Unspoken words, so many fights. Another empty glass to get you through the night. Oh, maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe you can change your mind. Oh, maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe just a waste of time. Got that far away look in your eyes. You're thinking about something and it's got you hypnotized. When you get yourself back to planet Earth, here's a little tip, my friend, for what it's worth. Oh, maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe you can change your mind. Maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe just a state of mind. Maybe just a state of mind. Just a dream killing time. Maybe just a waste of time.